Hi everyone, I'm Miss Mitchell. I thought I'd just introduce myself to you and so that you can see my face. I am your grade 12 college technology math teacher this semester, and I just wanted to give you some tips and tricks for being able to succeed this semester, or I guess quadmester, and you can follow along the slides in the next part of this video. Everything that we're going to do is going to be through our Google Classroom. So this is actually posted on your Google Classroom. And in announcements, you're going to see usually cohort A and cohort B separated unless we're in the synchronous in the afternoon learning. And then you're expected to do the same thing all as cohort A and B together for the most part. So you'll see it labeled as cohort A and B, but I will be posting separate. So just make sure you're following along with that. So I just want to give you some tips on how you can be successful this quadmester and hopefully answer some of your unknown questions. So first, our course is going to be divided into 6 units. So we have 9 weeks to cover 6 units. So you can read through those: trig, sinusoidal functions, vectors, exponential functions, polynomial functions, and solving polynomial equations. You will have 6 unit tests and a final exam. Some of the units will have a quiz or assignment halfway through them, like typically you would have in class. What school will look like. So you will have coursework each day for this course. So you can expect either to be in class, you can expect to be independent, which means if cohort A is in class, then cohort B is doing independent work that day, the same stuff that the others are doing in class, but they're doing it independently at home by themselves, or vice versa, or synchronous learning in the afternoons. You have unit outlines with the videos and homework and everything attached to them. You're going to keep you on the same schedule for the most part. We're going to use Google Meet for our synchronous learning. Note that we will be faster paced because you'll be covering 2 lessons someday. And you may need more self-motivation to be successful in this model because there are lots of resources, there are lots of resources available, and I will do whatever I can to help you succeed and be prepared for university and college. So remember, we are going to have to do 2 lessons some days, and it's super, super important to ask questions and to try to motivate yourself to get everything done and not fall behind. Our safety measures in school are our number 1 priority with you in every single class. So some of the stuff that you need to do is you have to wear your mask. It has to cover your nose and your mouth. We will have a mask breaks outside as a class as long as everyone wants to go outside. You're allowed no food in class, only water. Attendance isolation policy, everything is accessible online. So if you are truly not feeling well, stay home. Or if you think you've come in contact with someone who has COVID-19, then you need to stay home and isolate yourself until you get tested. Safety precautions in school: there will be hand sanitizer at our front, one of the front desks. You have to sanitize every time you come in and every time you leave the class, as well as you can sanitize during class if you want. There should be no need because you're not allowed to share resources though. Cleaning protocols: the custodians will do lots of cleaning for us, but we are required to sanitize our desks before we leave and put our chairs up. So I'll show you that on the first day that you're in class. And do not enter the school unless necessary. So if you're in cohort A and cohort B is the one in the school, cohort A's are not allowed in the school. In the classroom, there will be a seating plan. There will be the 6-foot spacing as we can, just to make sure everyone is keeping safe. And just be responsible in 2020. So contact tracing, you do have to sign in and out to go to the bathroom, just so they know if someone came in contact with you in the bathroom and got COVID-19, they know you were in there and that you're a high risk. Social distancing: do not congregate in the halls. You're not allowed to hang out in the halls before school. You have to come right to your class, and you have to leave directly from class at the end of the day. So our Google Classroom, if you haven't added it, which I hope you have, seeing this, and this is how you access this, is there. That's the code. Everything that we will do will be posted on there every single day. It's my main method of contact for you. If you're not accessing Google Classroom and you're not doing work, I will know, and I will have to call or email home. Okay, so organization: all your information is grouped by unit. So you'll see Unit 1, trigonometry, which we're starting with, has had some lessons and videos posted there. There is an outline for it. You will have quizzes and assignments, materials, and handouts all posted in that unit. So just look, if we're on that unit, that's your main source to go to. There's also a course information section for your textbook course outline in Google Classroom as well. Your announcements are your big thing. They have your to-do list, and you'll see a Google slide posted every day for you of what is expected of you that day. You'll see the date on it and it's what you have to do that day. It's unless I say it's for more than one day, but usually it will not be. All work, even when it's completed in class, will be submitted electronically, meaning that I most likely will have you take a picture of your test and post it on Google Classroom before you leave that day. However, there's a couple times that you write within a day or two, cohort A and B, then I might actually collect the paper copy just so you don't have a copy of the test. For watching videos, the watching your videos is exactly like me teaching a lesson in class. So you will see the exact PowerPoint. I'm writing on it. I am talking on top of it. So you should know that you should be stopping the video and taking notes just like you would in class. It's going to take you a little bit longer than if you were to just watch through the video, but you need to have class notes to refer to when you're doing your homework. Watch the video, write down your definitions, your examples as I'm doing them, just like you would in class. Rewatch the examples if you don't understand. So it's one thing to copy a question down and say, okay, I have Miss Mitchell's lesson. It's one thing also to understand it. Okay, if you don't understand it or you think you do and you start doing the homework and you really don't understand it, I would suggest starring that question. If you don't understand, ask a classmate who are going to be huge in helping you, or ask me. Okay, so you have to ask if you don't understand something. That's how you're going to succeed in this course, especially with being online and virtual. Accessing your class notes. So under Google Classwork on Google Classroom, there are units listed. So under each unit, you will see a title of the lesson. Corresponds with your unit outline. There is a blank lesson and a filled in lesson and a video for each lesson. So that unit outline tells you what you're doing, and then just go to the unit itself under Classwork on Google Classroom, and you will see the blank lesson. You can print it out if you want, or you can just copy it down like you would in class usually. Most of you do not print the lessons, but you can do that. I would recommend not printing the one with my filled in notes because you will not learn anything if you don't write down those examples. Your assessments, some will be in class and some will be online at home. The difference now is that most of your, actually all of your assessments at home will have time restrictions for your online at home assessments, just like if you wrote in class. So before like March break, and after that, like most teachers gave like 24 hours, 48 hours, a long time to do assessments. However, now we are allowed to restrict your time, just like if you were in class. So you're going to be told that you have a 2-hour window to write a test, and that's the 2 hours that you're using, okay? So communication and honesty, and I'm going to say honesty is a huge key if you're having difficulty with technology. So you need to email me right away. If you are having something you can't submit it, you need to email me right away so that I know. If you don't email me right away, and I think something funny is going on, your second chance to do that test is going to be in class with pen and paper the next time I see you. So if I don't see you for 2 weeks, you won't be writing that test for 2 weeks. So you need to be honest and you need to communicate with me if you're having trouble. I'm hoping that most of you will not, but obviously things happen. So we just need to be honest and communicate this semester or quadmester, okay? Missing assessments is not ideal at all with a faster paced course and it only being 9 weeks. Most of our units we cover in a week, and then you write an assessment. Sometimes less than a week, like our vectors unit is like 3 or 4 days, okay? So you should not miss assessments. Obviously things come up, but you should try your hardest to not miss an assessment, because as soon as we're done an assessment, we're starting onto a new unit. It'll be fast paced and we're just going to keep going. So you need to make sure that you're trying to do all of the assessments on time when they're assigned, and that way you will be able to be better successful in the course, okay? Also, plagiarism. Do not use or copy other students' work. You are the only section of this course this semester So I'm the only one assigning tests for this, so it's extremely easy for me to see if you have cheated or copied off of another student's because I see all 16 of your answers. So please do it by yourself and do not copy other students, as this is a serious offense, and going into university, college next year, apprenticeship, whatever you're doing, it does not look good. And if it's a repeat offense, so you do it more than once, it is a automatic 0, which is not good for only having 6 assessments in the course, okay? So just be careful, do your own work. Taking a 50 on a test if you thought you understood but you actually don't is better than taking a 0. Submitting your work. So there are 2 small assignments posted on Google Classroom due on Tuesday. So you're going to practice uploading a PDF file. So you can actually look on the screen here at the 3 links. So scanning a PDF to PDF using iPhone or an iPad, and the Notes app, scanning to PDF using Android and Google Docs, and uploading images using Chromebooks. You can click on those 3 if you don't know how to submit a PDF from your written work. And you're going to go into the assignment on Google Classroom. You should see it under assignments. And you're going to submit a PDF. Instructions are in the assignment, but you're just going to submit a couple of pictures, making sure that they're the right way up, not sideways, not upside down, and just making sure that you can submit them as a PDF. Okay, and then you're also going to complete the student info survey, which is linked here. It's also on Google Classroom, and it's just some information about you so that I can get to know you, especially those in cohort A that I don't see until October. For online, we're going to be using Google Meet for your online synchronous lessons, so that's in the afternoon. Links will be posted in our announcement. I would ask you to please test out the Google Meet app or website before Thursday, which is our first sync lesson. When on Google Meet, you're going to be asked to turn off your camera and mic unless I ask you to turn them on. You're going to post in the chat if you have a question, and we'll be using small group work using Jamboard, Google Jamboard. I'm still trying to figure this out, so we might not use it right away on Thursday. However, this is what you're going to be using, and this will be posted in announcements and the Google Meet chat if I want you to use the Google Jamboard. You may wish to download the Jamboard app so that you have it accessible right away, but you also can get it in a browser. Okay, so that is all that I have for you. I will see cohort B in class, but cohort A, this is important if you have listened all the way to the end, that you are accessing and completing your work online today. Ask me any questions, and I will see you in our sync lesson on Thursday. Have a good night, everyone.